This is kind of an interesting question. The best moment you've ever had in a car and the worst moment you've ever had in a car.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know if I can talk about the best moments I've had in a car.
Let's keep it,
Yeah.
car related.
Kids?
I'm gonna just go with like the first time I ever got to like drive my own car on my own, like that. Just
Yeah.
it's like freedom. You're out. You've got your own thing. You're living the life in Maine in my Renault Encore.
Yeah, that sense of freedom and infinite possibilities
Yep.
of being able to drive yourself places.
Yep.
And then the Renault like breaks down at the end of the driveway.
I was shifting the first time I ever drove it. I was shifting it with vice grips. So yeah,
There you go.
it had moments. Worst moment.
Yeah, we'll think about that for a second. I have never thought about this question. It's a good question,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm sure if I thought about it more, I could come up with other things. But I would say there's multiple like firsts. So like some of the best moments were the first time I drove ADTQ on 034 EFI. It was a standalone engine management controller that me and a few other engineers came up with, and it like drove my car down the street and ran really good actually. I think the first time I turboed my 80, and I think the first time I accelerated hard in it, and I think I got the car up to like 150 miles an hour somewhere, and I was just like crying of like tears of joy. And then I think one of the funnest, most amazing experiences was running 148 miles an hour in the quarter mile and the Time Attack A4. Just that feeling of acceleration, and that car was not easy to drive. Like all these guys running 8s and RS3s, you just hold down the pedal and it's just you just hang on to the steering wheel. That car had a Tilton triple clutch that held 1,200 foot-pounds of torque, and it had a GT 42 RS, so a really big turbo that didn't spool to 6,000, and then a pretty crude launch control, like a two-step style launch control that would either bog or blaze all four tires, unless you got it exactly perfect
through a somewhat mild reworked Audi 6-speed 01E transmission.
Yeah, and a 10.5 on Continental.
Yeah, that was
street tires.
The street tire aspect was also another huge part of it.
So getting releasing the clutch exactly right, waiting for the launch control to come up to the exactly the right load and boost pressure, launching it, then pedaling, the throttle, keeping the tires just on the edge of traction while releasing clutch at the same time, and then banging into the rev limiter just long enough to get the RPMs just high enough so that second gear won't bog, and then basically having to do the whole thing over in second gear just to keep the car moving down the track. So all while basically launching on what feels like ice.
Yep.
So that was a really cool moment and a fun experience. But man, I think probably for us, compared to the average civilian, we've had, like, we could write books about the positive experiences we've had.
Yeah, I'm struggling to find a worst experience. Like
That's I think I've been in a few car accidents. Those sucked. When I was like 21, I crashed my Audi 4000 up on Skyline. I'd never lost control of a car. I thought I was like Dunning-Kruger, like Mount Stupid. Like I thought I was the best driver in the world, and then completely lost control of the car, crashed into a mountain, had two friends in the car. Thankfully, nobody got hurt, totaled my car. That was a huge lesson, and a huge lesson in humility. And I came down off of Mount Stupid pretty fast after that. But
that's a good
but yeah, that's probably one of the worst experiences I've had. But ultimately, do I regret it? No. It taught me a lot about
driving. That's kind of where I'm at. Like for car things, like it's always been like, well, this sucks. That was rough, but now I know how to do things better.
Yeah.
Afterwards, whether it's mechanical or driver mod.
I think if I had ever done something to hurt or God forbid kill someone in a car,
thankfully I have not been in that position. So
that would be devastating. But we've had so many good experiences in cars. It's hard to realize. And then there's all the ones I can't even tell you about. So